Hello and welcome to the Animatic, keeping you updated on what's going on in the animation world. My name is Apollo and I will be your host. Let's get started. Copernicus Studios, responsible for the famous, or infamous depending on who you ask, Teen Titans Go is going on a hiring spree. The company has hired 80 full-time staff ranging from animation, production, design, and programming. Now with the staff 180 strong and a new building to call home, Copernicus is gearing up for something big. Given the typical production time for any kind of animated media though, we should hopefully hear more about it by the end of this year, beginning of next year. A teaser was recently released for a new Invader Zim movie. Invader Zim follows the adventures of a bumbling alien invader and his robot servant as they go about their business, spreading doom. It still looks like it's a ways out since it appears they are building a staff to go into production, so as we know more, we'll be sure to pass it along. Megaman is getting a new animated series for Cartoon Network. In this iteration, the Blue Bomber is a preteen robot boy juggling the typical norms of adolescence and kicking bag-eyed booty on the side. Kinda reminds me of my life as a teenage robot, just a little bit. No release date has been given just yet though. Up next, The Boss Baby has recently hit the theaters and it hit them pretty hard. The film made $287 million in the box office against a $125 million budget. It did get mixed reviews, a large complaint being that of an abundance of poo-poo jokes, but it's a fun movie overall, at least in my opinion. After such a strong performance in the box office with Boss Baby, however, Fox Animation gears up for a new project, a retelling of Garth Nix's Frog Kisser. The story focuses on Princess Anya, who can break curses with her kisses, as she goes on an adventure with a talking dog, a thief in the body of a newt, and a gaggle of wizards to stop her evil stepfather from taking over the kingdom. So far, in terms of staff, they have writer Michael McCullers, responsible for future releases Hotel Transylvania 3 and Shrek 5. That's right, Shrek 5. It's all ogre now. One Punch Man is coming back for Season 2. While it's still in production, people are anticipating the release towards the latter half of this year. We'll be sure to get you more information as it comes out. Your Name recently came out in US theaters and man did it make an impact. It did absolutely amazing in the box office and with critics, receiving high praise overall. To show you some numbers, it's the 4th highest grossing film of all time in Japan and the highest grossing anime film worldwide, surpassing Miyazaki's Spirited Away, making more than $330 million in the box office. It's about a small town girl and a city boy, but instead of taking the midnight train going anywhere, they end up switching bodies. If you are searching for something new to watch in the theaters this weekend, look no further. Talks of the live-action Akira movie have surfaced again. As it turns out, after the surprising success of Get Out, director Jordan Peele is being aggressively approached by Warner Brothers to direct it. Other names attached to it include Marco J. Ramirez, who has worked on The Sons of Anarchy and Season 2 of Netflix's Daredevil, as a writer for the movie. Akira was originally a popular manga, but the 1988 animated adaptation is responsible for inspiring a generation of filmmakers and musicians alike for its thematic elements, not to mention the sheer efforts put into its production. Up next, Kizumonogatari Part 3 had its official US release this month. Produced by Shaft, who is responsible for works like the Madoka Magica series, the series of films follows Koyoma Araragi as he gets thrown into the world of vampires and other supernaturals, and serves as a prequel to Bakemonogatari. The film has a website where it shows when and where the showings will be, and I'll link to that in the description below. Bandai Visual recently released a teaser for the Reflection anime project. The Reflection is a collaboration between Hiroshi Nagahama of Studio Dean and Stan frickin' Lee. In this new story, after a massive event called The Reflection, people all over the world discover that they have superpowers. Some become heroes, others become villains. The project so far is set for a 2017 international release. This could not be more exciting. An animation test for Netflix's Hilda animated series has been released. Originally a children's book by Luke Pearson, has been in the works for about a year and follows the adventures of Hilda as she explores a beautiful world full of elves, trolls, and loads of more mysterious creatures. Unfortunately, the animation test was removed, with Mercury Filmworks stating that the timing just wasn't quite right. Trollhunters picked up some Emmy nominations, categories including writing, directing, and overall animated programming, not to mention Kelsey Grammer's performance nomination for his role as the troll Blinky. It's been a pretty big year overall for DreamWorks Animation Television, having received Emmy nominations for All Hail King Julian, Dragons, Race to the Edge, not to mention a couple of others. Netflix is in development of its first major animated feature film. It is America, the Motion Picture, an R-rated animated retelling of the founding of the country, with Channing Tatum voicing the lead role of George Washington. Not much is known just yet other than a few names involved like Matt Thompson and Adam Reed, the minds behind the Archer series, and LEGO Movie's Phil Lord and Chris Miller. In more Netflix news, an animated adaptation of Castlevania will be released this year according to a press release by Netflix. That's all that's confirmed at the moment, but there are some rumors that this is the project Frederator Studios and Adi Shankar, who was behind the edgy Power/Ranger short a few years back, have been working on for some time. As more information comes out, we'll be sure to pass it on. And last but not least, Netflix's Voltron is coming back for Season 3. If you don't know by now, it is a remake of the 1984 classic anime, and it's from the same team behind Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's looking to come out fall of this year. Well, that's all for animation news this week. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below and subscribe if you'd like more. This has been the Animatic. My name is Apollo. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.